Welcome children, continuity of the lesson Mother's Day by J.B. Priestley. Children, in the last class I told you that after the departure of real Mrs. Pearson had lighted a cigarette. Mrs. Fitzgerald, after a few moments, Doris Pearson comes bursting in left. After some time, Doris Pearson entered, came there, bursting in left, coming suddenly from the left hand direction. She is a pretty girl in her early 20s. Early 20s. She was about 21 to 23 years old or 24 years old, not more than that. Who would be pleasant enough if she had not been spoiled. Doris Pearson was real Mrs. Pearson's daughter. She was rude and badly behaved. Otherwise, her personality was nice. Doris, before she has taken anything in, Doris came there suddenly. She did not know what was happening. She had not understood what was happening there. Mom, you will have to iron my yellow silk. She ordered her mother to iron her yellow silk. I must wear it tonight. She wanted to use that dress that night. She now sees what is happening and is astounded. Suddenly, Doris Pearson saw in the mouth of her mother, in her mother's mouth, a cigarette. And she was shocked. She had never seen her mother smoking. What are you doing? She was shocked. She asked her what she was doing. She moved down left center. She started moving down the left center of the room. Mrs. Pearson now uses her ordinary voice. Mrs. Pearson, who is Mrs. Fitzgerald here, she used her ordinary voice. But her manner is not flattering. But she did not seem to be confused or nervous. And apologetic. Apologetic means what? Feeling or showing that you are sorry for doing something wrong. She showed her cool and incisive behavior. Cool, perfectly balanced behavior without losing her temper. Incisive. What does the word incisive mean? Showing clear thought and good understanding. Mrs. Pearson. Now you know that Mrs. Pearson is Mrs. Fitzgerald. Not even looking up. She did not bother to lift her face to look at Doris Pearson. What do you think I am doing? She talked to Doris Pearson rudely. But watching the ceiling, she wanted to know from Doris what she thought she was doing. Was she whitewashing the ceiling? Her manner was rude towards Doris Pearson. Doris is still astounded. Doris was still shocked. But you are smoking. Doris was shocked that her mother was smoking. Mrs. Pearson, that's right. Mrs. Pearson agreed with her. No law against it, is there? She wanted to know whether there was a law against it, against smoking. Doris, but I thought you didn't smoke. But Doris thought that her mother never smoked. Mrs. Pearson, then you thought wrong. Mrs. Pearson told her that her thought was wrong. Doris, are we having tea in the kitchen? Doris wanted to know whether they had tea in the kitchen. Mrs. Pearson, have it where you like, dear. Mrs. Pearson wanted her to have her tea wherever she wanted it to have. Doris angrily. This made Doris lose her temper. Do you mean it isn't ready? She asked her mother if she meant that her tea was not ready. Mrs. Pearson, yours isn't. Mrs. Pearson told her that her tea was not ready. I have had all I want. Mrs. Pearson had had all she wanted. All she had wanted. Might go out later and get a square meal at the Clarendon. Mrs. Pearson disclosed her plan of going out later and getting a square meal at the Clarendon. A good meal that satisfies your hunger. A square meal, a good meal that satisfies your hunger. Doris hardly believing her ears. Doris was not prepared to believe her words. Who might? She wanted to know who might go out and have a square meal at the Clarendon. Mrs. Pearson, I might. Mrs. Pearson told her that she might. Who do you think? She did not want Doris Pearson to think that anybody else might go out. She was talking about herself. Doris, staring at her. Doris was looking at her. Mom, what's the matter with you? Doris wanted to know if something had happened to her mother. Mrs. Pearson, don't be silly. Mrs. Pearson did not want Doris Pearson to show her stupid behavior. Doris indignantly. Here you have to remember, children, I am telling you time and again. Mrs. Fitzgerald is Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Pearson is Mrs. Fitzgerald after the changing of their bodies or personalities. Doris indignantly, angrily. It's not me that's being silly. She showed her anger. She lost her temper and told that she was not being silly. And I must say it is a bit much. When something is a bit much, it is not fair or reasonable. And I must say it is a bit much when I have been working hard all day and you can't even bother to get my tea ready. Now she was accusing her mother of not preparing her tea. She had been working all day. But when she came back, she found that her tea was not ready. This she thought was not fair, was not reasonable. Did you hear what I said about my yellow silk? She wanted to know whether Mrs. Pearson, she thought that Mrs. Pearson was her mother, but you know the secret. She was dealing with Mrs. Fitzgerald. She wanted to know whether her mother had heard what she had said about her yellow silk. Mrs. Pearson, no, don't you like it now? I never did it. Mrs. Pearson categorically denied that she had heard anything about her yellow silk. She wanted to know whether Doris liked that dress then or not. But as far as she was concerned, she had never liked that yellow dress. Doris indignantly, angrily, of course I like it. She told her mother angrily that she liked that dress. And I am going to wear it tonight. She insisted on wearing that dress that night. So I want it ironed. And that is why Doris wanted her dress, yellow silk, ironed. Mrs. Pearson, want it ironed? You want your yellow silk ironed? She wanted to ask Doris if she wanted her dress, yellow silk, ironed. What do you think it's going to do? Iron itself? Again, Mrs. Pearson was showing rude behavior towards her. she told her that her dress was not going to iron itself. So she was supposed to be ironing her dress. She was telling Doris to iron her dress. In other words, she did not want to iron the yellow dress, yellow silk belonging to Doris Pearson. Thank you, children.